Before I start, can we all please give a huge round of applause to Anna for all the hard work that's gone into organising this. Honestly, I can't imagine the amount of stress that must have gone into it, so full credit to you, honestly. Now, whenever I'm asked to speak at an event like this, I spend a lot of time thinking about exactly what I want to say. I could just stand here and talk about the importance of getting active for the animals, and I will get onto that later, although right now I'm speaking in front of a group of activists who already understand this. I mean, that's why we're here. But first, I'm going to talk about a particular moment during my time as an activist from 8 years ago this week, which has stuck with me ever since. So back in 2018, I was attending a slaughterhouse vigil with a group that I co-organised at the time called Hertfordshire Chicken Save, and on this particular occasion, we were able to negotiate with the slaughterhouse and convince them to release 4 chickens to us, who were then able to live out the rest of their lives in peace and free from exploitation. As anyone who's ever done activism with me will know, I'm terrible at remembering names, but I will never forget the names that we gave to these rescued chickens: Ember, Aria, Nova, and Keiko. Sadly, none of them lived for very long after this. They were never meant to be here for longer than a few weeks, but in the time that they were here, they were able to experience a glimpse of the world that we're all fighting for. A world where animals live out their lives with the fundamental rights that should never have been stolen from them in the first place. Now, there are times when the scale of what we're up against seems overwhelming. Standing here now, I can see several ads for animal flesh right in front of me. And in truth, I don't know whether we are going to be here to see the vegan planet that we are fighting for. But we don't do what we do because there is any guarantee of success. We only do it because there is a chance. And even in that, we can find reason for optimism. We are all still here, giving up our own time to fight for a better world for animals, knowing full well that the odds are stacked against us. But there is something really important that I want you all to take from this. Yes, big annual events like this one are undoubtedly very important. I believe that this is happening in 95 different locations around the world this weekend. But the world isn't going to change because of a few big events that people turn out for. What animals need is consistent effort throughout the year. Make the most of every opportunity you see to speak up for animals, by speaking to the people around you, by attending some of the many vegan outreaches, vigils, hunt sabs, or other forms of activism happening virtually every day, or even by using your voice online. The internet is an incredible tool. Unfortunately, that also describes a lot of the people on it, but that's besides the point. So let's keep fighting in whatever ways we can. Let's give the animals the best possible chance with a clear and consistent message at all times. We're not here to negotiate how animals are exploited. We're here to end the exploitation altogether. Don't advocate for better treatment, for so-called humane practices. Make it clear that justice for animals means total emancipation and nothing less. When talking to non-vegans, don't try to sell them the idea of going vegan by talking about how it could be beneficial for them. Keep the focus on the victims at all times, and don't be afraid to hold people accountable for the consequences of their actions. If we were in the animals' position, we would expect nothing less. And another thing I want to quickly mention is that if there isn't a vegan outreach group in your own town or city, please don't wait for somebody else to set one up for you. There seems to be a misconception that running an animal rights group requires you to be a really organised person who loves working with other people. If that were true, then believe me, I wouldn't be doing it. I finished writing this speech on the way here this morning. That's how organised I am. All you need is the right drive and determination, and that comes from remembering how urgent it is that this injustice, the largest, longest running injustice in history, comes to an end. It won't be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is. Thank you all for listening.